Hey, everybody. Photo share and discussion number 235 for, what is this, May 27th? Yeah, May 27th, 2018, Memorial Day weekend here in the States. So first off, I want to say thank you very much to everybody who has served and fought for the freedoms that we are so lucky to enjoy here in America. So thank you to everybody, veterans, those that have kind of given the ultimate price for our freedom. Really, I want to say thank you, and hope you're enjoying the weekend, remembering those that were in your life that did serve, and maybe get a little bit of fun in as well. Enjoy some of those freedoms that we have here in America. So doing well here. We're kind of waiting for the tropical storm, remnants of whatever it is, tropical depression storm Alberto to show up here. We're going to get quite a bit of rain, I guess, tonight, tomorrow, and Tuesday. Won't be super dangerous, I don't think, but we're going to get a fair amount of rain. It looks like a lot of people that went to the beach down in southern Georgia, Alabama, Panhandle, Florida, that type of thing, they did pretty good. They got a couple of good days, I guess. Looks like it's going to be a little bit of rain out for there, but we're getting some pretty good rain across the Maryland area right now. I guess they're seeing there's some flooding around Baltimore. A lot of rain, so kind of a wild and woolly Memorial Day weekend here. Yeah, you know, it's May. It's a transition between spring and summer, and we're just finishing up the end of our I guess hurricane season here in the South. And it's just starting to kick. Just starting to kick up in the Midwest. They're kind of getting into the heart of it here, May and June, June and July, I guess. But hope everything is going well. We're the end of May already, 5 months through the year of 2018. So going by fast. No photography for me in the last week. It's been frustrating, but it's been good. I've had a lot of stuff going with the financial planning business that I run. So that obviously takes priority, because without a business and an income, kind of makes it hard to do all that other stuff. So I have to allocate my time in the ways that are going to allow me to keep moving forward. And this past week has been pretty busy, so that's been very good. I did go through and sort out my cameras. Went through. I've got some shelves over here along the wall that kind of built-in bookshelves, and I've got that's just kind of like my junk area. I've got cameras, the film cameras, the digital cameras, camera bags, filters, batteries, adapters, chargers. Were kind of all over the place, and took some time today and did organize it a little bit. So now as I look over, I can see on one shelf is the larger format film cameras. Across the way is the digital camera, so it's a little bit better organized. Still kind of, yeah, I need to go through and kind of clean it up a little bit, but it looks a little better. Stuff is in more accessible. It's kind of grouped together, at least by type of camera, which I couldn't say that 3 hours ago. So looking a little better. But as far as photography, I haven't gotten anything. I thought I'd be able to get some time this weekend, and just had some stuff kind of pop in that took up a lot of time, this week, and then kind of getting some deferred maintenance on the yard, stuff that needed to get done that I've been kind of putting off here through the spring, especially since I was gone for a few weeks in April. So I needed to get some of that done, and yeah, here we are, end of May. But I am going to I think I'll make a commitment to get out with the camera in the next week or two. I think I'm going to have a little bit of a lull as far as immediate stuff that has to be done during the day. I'll at least be able to schedule some time to get out one of the mornings or evenings and do some photography. So I'm gonna get to that here. Maybe not this coming week, but probably the week after. As we get into the first full week of June, I think things should should work out pretty good. And then we're heading up. Our big trip this year, summer trip, is we're going up to Michigan for a week, and we're going to be driving up and back. So that's 2 solid days of driving each way, and depending how we plan it, I'm just starting now to look at the routes, various routes. There's not a ton of different routes, but you can kind of zigzag your way up and go through some small towns and stuff. So I'm starting to investigate that so we can take the time, have the opportunity to maybe spend an extra day going up, maybe take a full 2.5 days to get up there, and then maybe just 2 days to get back. It's about 900 miles or so, 925 miles from Atlanta up to pretty much the upper peninsula of Michigan. So it's a little bit of a drive, but it's fun. It'll be fun. So I'll try to stop and find a place or two to photograph, stop and do some photos along the way. But I'm definitely going to be taking up the large format camera and the digital cameras. We're going to be not on Lake Michigan, but we're going to be close. So we'll be 10 to 15 minutes away from Lake Michigan, with, I think, it's some pretty decent shoreline. So with some interesting features from what I can tell. So I might find myself out there bright and early in a morning or two while everybody else is still sleeping, but get out there and try to make some photos there. So that's my big push. But I do need to get some photography in here, in the next month or so, because I've still got this lens that's in this thing that I haven't used yet. So I need to get that on the camera and do a few sheets of film just so I'm comfortable with it, and then get those developed and see how it works, make sure I'm comfortable with it, because I do plan on using it, especially with the landscapes I'll be able to take up in Michigan. At least that's my hope. So I'm gonna make sure I know how to use it. That's always an important thing. If you've got a new piece of equipment, whatever it is, it can be photography, it could be a new hobby, anything, make sure you know how to use it before you have to use it. You get that new camera right before you go on the trip, and it's got all these new bells and whistles and features and all this stuff that you want. That's why you got the camera, because it's able to do all this other stuff that your other camera couldn't do. And you get it and you go running out right to the place where you're really hoping to make some epic images and really take advantage of all the new technology that your camera has. Then you get out there and don't know how to do anything with the camera beyond the basics, because you didn't read the manual, you didn't practice with it, and get comfortable using the features that you are hoping to use. So that's always a good thing to do, is to take the time and use your equipment before you have to use it. I kind of think back to when I was doing a lot of bike riding, maybe 7-8 years ago. There's a ride up in Tellico Plains, Tennessee. It's called the Cherahalla Challenge. It's 107 miles or something like that, but it rides around a valley, and then you kind of go up and climb up the ridge all the way up to, I don't know, you go from like 1,000 feet and you top out at like 5,300 feet or so, more than a mile high. So it's a ton of climbing. It's a challenging course just because there's so much uphill. And I had a friend who was going to do the ride, and literally on the way up there the night before, so the night before the ride, he stopped at a bike shop and got a new saddle. And for those of you that have ever ridden a bike, a road bike or mountain bike or anything like that, the one thing that is very sensitive is your butt. And sitting on a saddle, everybody's got a personal feel. Your sit bones are certain width apart, all that stuff. So it takes a while to get used to it. And if you change something out, you're just guaranteed to be in agony. Well, he bought a brand new saddle the night before and showed up and said, "Hey, look, guys, I got my new saddle." And he didn't make it all the way through the ride because he was in so much pain because he wasn't used to the saddle. So there's your tip, your pro tip. Use your camera before you need to use it. Right, Dennis?
How you doing, Mark?
Good. How are you?
Yeah, fine, thanks.
Good. I'm having a beer from your country. Well, the name is your country, but it's brewed. No, I think this is actually is brewed in Dublin, I believe. So
Yeah, well, that's a different country, Mark.
same area, UK. Come on.
It's not. It's not the UK.
It isn't.
Well,
No, I guess it is. It's separate. You're exactly right. Now, let's make sure. Is this, or this could be brewed in Pennsylvania, though? Distinction? No, I guess it is. Yeah, Dublin, Ireland. Yep. So, okay, your area of the world up there in the North Sea. So, good. So, you have a good week?
Yeah, it's not been too bad. Weather's been reasonable.
Good. Did you get some photography in a little bit?
Yeah.
It's more than me.
I went out with Tim, just done a few test shots again. See
Okay.
if we can get the colours right on the E6 chemicals.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, I noted. Okay, you did post an image here of. All right. Yep. So you got 2 or 3 images from the slide film. No, 2 slide and then 1 from the 4x5, huh? Okay.
Yeah, they're all slide.
Okay. And wow. Okay, we'll have to talk about that. Looks like there's some variation there.
Yeah.
Same. So same chemicals then. Just did you?
Same chemicals. I added an extra 30 seconds this time.
Mm.
I'd already done 4 lots of film. So.
Okay. All right. So you had to went a little bit longer on the developer then, huh?
Yeah, that first developer is the essential one.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I'm still not happy with adding an extra minute on Fuji films.
Huh.
That seems weird.
Yeah, it does. That doesn't seem quite right, but I don't know. We'll talk about it and see. It looks like there's definitely a difference.
Yeah. Well, it's probably just light because the sun was going in behind the clouds.
Okay. All right. Okay. So the difference between the median between the Bronica and the 4x5 then. Okay.
Yeah. There's obviously a lot more detail in the 4x5.
Mm-hmm.
Even though it was scanned at half the DPI.
Yeah. Twice as much at half the DPI.
Yeah.
So, which means there's at least 4 times more detail probably. You know, if it was
in TIFF format, the medium formats were coming out 150 meg.
150 meg. Okay. And then how about the large format? What are they coming in at? A gig?
Yeah, the large format. They were something like 800 meg.
Yeah.
And that wasn't full resolution scan.
Mm-hmm.
You have to tone it down, and obviously you have to dumb it right down. I think even a JPEG was 50 something meg.
Yeah, it's crazy. As we're talking here, I want to open up. I'm going into my photo folder. I want to see photo file. I just want to see something. Photo. Where is it? I just wanted to double check and see kind of what I'm getting on some of those on those 4x5s. 4x5 scanned raw negatives. Let's see. I'm interested to see. So I've got a color. Yeah, let's just see. I think this one is. Yeah, it's pretty. Yeah, it's pretty close to a gig. No, 623 meg. Yeah,
623. What did you scan? What level did you scan it at?
I think it was 2400 DPI.
Yeah, I scanned at 3200.
Okay.
Obviously, if you do it at 64, it was about 1.3 something gigabyte.
Yeah. So here's another 2400. 600. Yeah, another one 647. So 650 basically. And if I bumped it up to 3200, I did try to scan a couple at 3200, and it just took forever.
Yes.
And the computer that's down there in the studio that's hooked up to the scanner is a mini Mac. So it's an older mini Mac.
Yeah, yeah.
So it just doesn't have, enough memory to be able to do it. So I mean, it's you envision it almost like literally like just putting pixel by pixel, and it took like an hour to do a 3200 DPI scan of a 4x5 color.
Yeah, I've only seen it once at 6400. I wouldn't bother doing that because it's just phenomenal.
Yeah. It just and I did one at 32. It took forever, and then I did it at 24, and it took like 5 minutes or 6 minutes. So very, very, and I couldn't really tell that much of a difference. I mean, it was still super, super detailed at 2400. I'm like, that's good enough. If I've got an image that's so fantastic, I can send it and they can do a proper drum scan on it. If I'm really, really, I'll pay the $100 and get a drum scan of it and go from there. But I don't have any image that qualifies for drum scan at this point.
No, this is as best you can get it with the equipment we got.
Exactly. I mean, and even at 2400, a 4x5, you could blow that thing up to a 30x40, and it'd still be plenty detail. I mean, there are no issues at all. So,
well, I scanned the 4x5 slide at 1600.
Okay.
And it just looks fine,
Mm-hmm.
But even at in a TIFF file, we're still 60 meg.
Yeah.
It's because it's scanning all three color layers, the full. Yeah, see the digital cameras there. You might have 24 megapixel, but obviously you've only got 6 megapixel of each color.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean the green's twice, isn't it? There's two lots of green.
Yep. Let me take a look at this bridge. Now this is a converted one. So from a TIFF, and still end up being 553 meg, a 553 meg TIFF.
Yeah, at 2400. Yeah.
Yeah, 2400. Yeah, 4x5. It was the one of that covered bridge I took last year.
There's obviously a lot of detail in there.
Oh yeah, I mean it's crazy. Actually, I'll open it up, take a look at it. But yeah, I mean there's more than enough detail everywhere you would want detail. So
yeah, but I can't print 4x5s in the darkroom because the enlarger only goes up to 6x7. So I suppose I could put the roll film back on the Chamonix.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And have to play with that. Yeah.
What does this say? Oh, okay, there it is. All right, I'm going to share the screen. I'm just going to take a look at this just for giggles. So this is opened up in Photoshop. This is that covered bridge. This is what it is. I took it back. Basically, it was basically this weekend last year when we were up in New York for my nephew's college graduation. This was outside of Cooperstown, New York. The Baseball Hall of Fame is there. But so this is at 7.4% size. So let's go up to 50%. There we go. Anyway, it's still thinking. Yeah. I mean, it's still processing. It's taking a while. But yeah, 50%. Let's go up to 100. Why not? Just because we can.
Yeah. And all of a sudden it'll jump into focus.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah. It's going to take a while to open up. But yeah, I mean, I've never really had any issues with anything, with the detail not being there for a 2400 DPI.
Yeah, it's see, I can print my medium formats in the darkroom.
Mm-hmm.
When you put them onto the color paper, like the Fuji paper, they come out so sharp. A lot's lost when you're scanning the negatives.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's amazing. Let's see here. How do I do that? Yeah, it's just crazy how much detail is there.
You can crop away merrily with a 4x5.
Yeah, you can go all the way down to crop all the way down to one little corner and still have more detail than a typical digital shot, probably.
When I print develop the 4x5s and the medium format, I said to Tim, looking at digital 35mm, even if it's full frame, it's just nowhere near it as far as I can see. You know, I've been spoiled. I look at a 4x5 negative, and then I look at a 35mm, and it's just like I'm disappointed with a 35mm.
yeah. No, it's the difference is I mean, if you have a reasonably sharp image on a 4x5, I mean, it's just you don't even have. It doesn't even have to be super tack sharp. It can be 95% there, you know, and it's still gonna.
Obviously, you don't want it too sharp if it's a portrait.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
but yeah, if you get it in focus and you know, do your job right, I mean, yeah, there's so much detail there. But you earn it because it takes a long time to do it.
Yeah, it's. I'm still having trouble with that tank though, Mark. You know the Mod 54 I was using.
Okay.
Yeah. I've not had it in the past. I only done 2 4x5s. So I was flipping them onto the inner clips because you can load up 4 or 6. I've never done 6. But normally I'll put 2 in the middle and then miss one of the slots and then put the other ones on the outside. And they've all developed fairly reasonable.
Okay.
I didn't bother with the spinning agitation. And basically I just picked the tank up and just very slowly moved it around gently.
Okay. All right. Yeah, kind of tilted it side to side or.
Yeah, and then I didn't really tilt it too far.
Okay.
Because you have to tilt it to empty the chemicals out.
Yeah, that's true.
Basically, you're tipping it up and emptying the tank. And when I opened the tank, both the negatives have come out the holder.
Oh.
Stuck to the side of the tank.
Oh.
Yeah, and this is the second time I've had them come off.
Oh.
At first, I thought it was the agitation, spinning it too fast, centrifugal force, forcing the negatives to come out the slots. But this couldn't have happened this time because I've done it just so gently. I just think it's the volume of liquid in the tank.
Okay.
Having 2 4x5s in there.
Okay.
To tip the tank, the pressure of the liquid moving across the negative is pushing them out.
Yeah. Now I haven't had any issue with my my tank, but mine's just a square, you know.
Yeah.
But it has 2 holders, and each holder you could, you know, theoretically put 1 on each side, so you could do 4 at a time. But I've never done more than 2, and you know, just 1 on each opposite ends of each holder. Yeah. And that's been that's work, but it holds it pretty well because it kind of slides. You kind of slide it through, so it's got 2 or 3 mount points, you know, where it's actually held on.
You showed me that on one of the evenings. I've looked in this country. I don't think it's available here. I think it's made in the States, that tank.
Yeah, it's what is the name of it? They might ship to hey Tim.
Hello.
How are you? Good time.
Managed to get on. I've got dinner cooking, so I'll have to shoot off in a minute. I thought I'd say hello.
Yeah, good. Glad to see you. It's been a couple of years, probably.
It's been a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been working. Normally, I go home from work late. I came a bit earlier, but I'm gonna have dinner in a minute.
Okay. All right. Well, good. I'm glad you could make it. Yeah. Your dad and I were just discussing the many virtues of large format photography. And yeah, so good. You've been doing well then? Busy, I'm sure.
Yeah, not too bad. Yeah, the camera ain't been getting too much use, unfortunately.
Yeah, you and me both. I haven't used my camera much in the last few months. But hopefully get out with it this summer. That's my goal. Let's see.
I've got a fridge full of film. I keep saying to Dad, we have just got to go out and start blazing through some rolls of film. It's all gone out of date.
Mm-hmm. Well, yes. If you keep it in the fridge, though, it should be fine.
Yeah, mine is in the fridge.
Yeah, yeah. Let me show you this, Dennis. I don't know if they ship or not. Let me share the screen. The name of the site is Stearman Press.
Yeah.
And it's the SP445. Click logo. So this is it. Where'd it go? There it is. Film. Yeah, they charge $87 US. So whatever that comes out to. But this is a very, I don't know if they would ship or not.
Does it take much liquid, Mark?
It takes basically 500 milliliters.
That's pretty good, yeah. Because the tank I got, you need a full liter.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is pretty much, 16 out, 475.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah, and it works really well. The only thing you have to, it's got along the top here, it's got a little rubber gasket or whatever that's supposed to seal, and you've got to be real careful and just press that down. So what I've done is I've just taken some like duct tape, real sticky tape, and I just put it over there just to hold it down, just in case. I mean, I haven't had any issues, but
it doesn't clip. It doesn't lock down.
No, it does not lock down. It's kind of a snap. You know, it fits, and it's got a little rubber gasket that's supposed to click, you know, when you push it down.
Yeah.
But it doesn't have a screw lock or anything like that. So I just put some, you know, waterproof tape across the top, and that works fine.
So you worried about it, the top coming away then when you pour it?
Not. I haven't had it pop off, but sometimes it seals perfectly fine. I don't know, maybe it's related to temperature, humidity, or something. But other times you just see this little, like it is here in this picture, this little gap.
Yeah. And
I've never had an issue with it, but I just put some tape over the top and hold it down, and it works fine.
Yeah. How's it do with color chemicals though? Because obviously Jobos have had the lids blow off when they've been doing color. Because pressure.
I can't speak to personal because I've never developed color myself.
Oh, you soon will.
Yes. I think I will. My hope is to this summer when we're going up to Michigan for vacation with some friends. I'm gonna use a fair amount of color, and my hope is to do two, do two of each of a few different scenes, and then develop some on my own, and then send some away just to see, just to make sure.
Yeah, have a go.
Yeah.
Well, at least with this sheet film, you're only doing one picture at a time. You don't sort of blow a 36-shot film.
Exactly. Yep. Although the 4x5 to get it, yeah, I mean it's still about $4 or $5 a sheet, so it's still for color.
Yeah, you don't want to be using Ektar as a test.
Yeah. Well, that's well, I know it works fine black and white, but color I'm going to need to use. I can maybe find some cheap color film and load up one set of holders with the inexpensive color, and then put some Ektar on the other one and try it a couple different ways.
Well, the 4x5 I put on today, Mark, that's 15 years out of date.
Mm-hmm.
And it still looks reasonable.
Okay. All right. So let's see. Country, United States. Looks like it'll ship. Let's just see. Guinea. You can ship it to Guinea. Probably, yeah, for all these countries, yeah. It's just a matter of how much it is.
Yeah, United Kingdom, yeah.
Yeah.
The thing is, if they're in their revenue goal, they're going to absolutely screw you on the import.
Yeah, I'm afraid that the wonderful government here sticks 20% on everything that comes through.
Yeah, so it'll be, well, with shipping. So give me a postcode in your area, Dennis.
SS8.
SS8?
Yeah.
See. It'll figure it. Now you got to put in an email. But my guess is it's probably like going to be $8 to $10 shipping plus the Treasure Island tax.
Yeah, Treasure Island tax. And what's really annoying, Mark, is the post office collects it for the revenue.
Oh.
So they notify you there's a parcel being held at the post office. And if you've got to pay all the tax up front, what's due, before they will deliver it. And at the same time, they charge you £12 for telling you got a parcel. Oh,
so you, even with the 20%, or is that a 20%?
Yeah, it's 20% tax.
Okay.
Yeah, and it will be 20% tax on the US postage as well as the item.
Okay.
Yeah, and they charge you £12 to collect the tax for the government.
Huh. So you can't have it delivered directly to your house. It has to go to the post office?
Yeah. The only time it comes directly to your house, if it's under £35, I think, or £36, it's tax free then. £36,
not pounds weight, but pounds. And okay.
Yeah.
Huh. So in this case,
$40.
You would pay essentially, let's just assume it's $10 shipping. So it's $97 US plus the Treasure Island tax, which would basically put it at $120 US plus a 12 pounds. Is that what they charge?
Yeah, £12. Yeah. Just for telling you.
Like another $15 just for the privilege of going to your post office and picking up what's yours.
Yeah, it's great. It's great stuff.
Wow.
Yeah.
Ooh, that sucks.
That's why we pay pounds, and for anything what's in dollars, is the
So I guess that's where the saying "a pound of flesh" comes from.
The government like their Obviously, it comes through marked as a gift. Sometimes it gets delivered, but of course, if it gets opened and in their opinion it's worth more than stated, then
okay. So what I could do is I could buy this.
That's what I was actually thinking. Could you get it?
And then what I'll do is I'll put a bow on it, a ribbon.
That's it. Yeah, and you say happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Dennis. A gift, and then I'll send it to you, and you'll save like 20. You'll probably save like 20 pounds.
Yeah, you have to say, you have to send me the tank, and you have to say, Dennis, you left this here when you went home, so I'm posting it to you.
Okay, I can do that. If you want to order this, let me know, and I'll do that. Because I really do, and I haven't had any faults with the.
There's probably an all ports alert now, because this has probably been picked up by Homeland Security.
Got it. But no, I would actually be happy to do that for a bit. It is a really good. Now, like I said, I've never done more than 2 sheets at a time in it. I've just not felt comfortable putting 4 sheets in that small a container. I guess I just feel like I need more chemical just to make sure I don't run into issues. So it's done fine with 2 sheets, and I've never had anything. I've never had it separate from the holder or anything like that. So
yeah, I think it would probably be okay to do 4 sheets. That must have been tested before it was marketed.
Yeah, and I guess maybe I'm just paranoid. It's like, especially with HC110, it only costs me about $1 or less each time I do it. And I'm like, well, just for the extra peace of mind, I'll just put 2 sheets in. But a lot of times I don't really do more than a couple sheets at a time anyway. Yeah, I'll go out with the camera and do a couple sheets of black and white, and I want to develop it right away and see what I have. So,
yeah, I've taken some when I was with Tim on Tuesday, but it turned out to be C41 4x5. So I haven't developed them yet because I haven't made the chemicals up. I'm waiting to get some more rolls.
Okay.
So do quite a bit. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I'll I'm going to have the opportunity here it's going to be mid-July. We're going up there for about a week. So I'll have 5 days up there where I should be able to get in a decent amount of photography. So that's my plan. So I will, and that might be the motivation to actually get some chemicals. And I don't know whether I'll do C41 or what do you think, E6? I wonder.
I'd start with C41 if I was you.
Yeah, because it's not as fiddly as far as the range, right?
Yeah, the latitude on C41 is you can take it over or under 3 or 4 stops, and you're still going to get a.
Yeah, that's true.
Whereas E6 is like you've got half a stop each way. If you don't get the light right, you're going to get nothing. It's going to be so dark, shadows, no detail.
Yeah. So yeah, I'll do that. I can order a 1 liter C41 kit. So it'd be I don't know, $25 or something like that.
Yeah. So C41 is no more difficult than using your HC110 for black and white.
Yeah, just a little more. Have to be a little more accurate as far as temperature. But,
yeah, try and keep your temperature reasonable. Within half a degree if you can.
Yeah. But I'm going to need what, 4? So is it the traditional one is going to be 4? Am I going to need 4 bottles for that?
No. If you buy the Technol, it'll come with the developer.
Okay.
And then all you need is the Blix.
Okay, so 2 bottles basically.
It'd be 2, yeah.
Okay, so I just need like 2 brown plastic collapsible bottles or whatever. That'd be all I need.
Yeah, you can have washes in between, sort of. Obviously, that's just water.
Yeah, running water through and rinsing it out. Yeah. Okay.
They usually give you a stabilizer at the end.
Okay.
Because color can have bacteria in it build up. Whereas black and white, you don't have to do it because it's silver. Silver's a natural.
Yeah, that pretty much kills everything. Yeah. So they don't give you the stabilizer.
Yeah, you should get stabilizer.
Okay, but that's just pour it in and kind of rinse it one time.
Yeah, basically it looks like soapy water.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Now I've got washed.
Okay. Yeah, I've got an archival rinse that I use on black and white. Well, of course, I haven't developed, but I use it in, and I guess that's supposed to. I guess that's probably for black and white. I don't. Maybe that's not a true stabilizer, but
yeah, we use our RA50. It's just basically a water softener, so you don't get drying marks all over your negatives. You have to clean them off.
Yeah, I use. I put in the Kodak. It's called PhotoFlow.
That's it. Yes.
Same thing. Yeah. You just need like 1 drop in a, 16 ounce, and that's it's fine.
Yeah, because you're using the E6 chemicals at the moment. I've got 6 or 7 different bottles to do the film. It's like pre-bleaches and then main bleach, fixers, stabilizers. You've got reversal, reversing it into a positive.
Yeah.
And color developer. There's 2 developers. It's a little bit more complicated, but
so what's the total time for the six bath? How long is it going to take? 6
baths going to take you about 45 minutes from start to finish.
Okay.
Whereas C41 is only what 3 minutes is it in the
quick? You find C41 really quick.
It is quick, yeah. It's quicker than black and white.
Yeah, I was gonna say, because black and white, if I'm doing like the FP4, it's normally basically 9 minutes or so, for like a 1:31 dilution. So it's a 9-minute, and then you do the fixer, which is another 5 to 6 minutes at least. So then you're up to 15-20 minutes basically.
Yeah, I'd say you're probably, what do you reckon, Dad? 5 minutes, you're pretty done, aren't you, with colour?
Yeah.
Done.
If you print colour papers in the darkroom, Mark, you'll find 15 seconds will develop the picture.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, it's like 15 seconds in the colour, out there, stick it in some acid stop bath, and then onto the Blix, and that's it. It's all done. You can put the light on.
You can do it in a minute, basically.
Yeah. Of course, it's all got to be done in complete darkness. No safe lights for color. Yeah,
that's true. But no, I think that's a good objective to do, is to take some extra, maybe take 2 sheets of, if there's some particular scenes that I like, take 2 sheets of it. One I'll develop on my own, see what I get, and then send the other one off. So it'll be a little, I don't know what it'll cost me, like $45 for the test. basically.
Have you not done any printing in that?
No,
you join.
I haven't yet. It's
because they may have a safe light for color.
Oh, they do. They do. Yeah, it's a full. They can do up to 8x10 color, I think. Yeah.
But to work in the dark room with color, it has to be done in complete darkness, unless you've got a special sodium lamp. The color papers have got a gap in the spectrum.
Oh, okay.
And it works like I can't remember the exact numbers. It's like 300 nanometers.
Okay.
It doesn't see it, and these lights operate in a really narrow margin, which won't fog the paper. But they're really expensive to get, and a lot of photographers go, don't bother, because they will still fog the papers if you expose it too long or it's too near.
Yeah.
It's pretty iffy whether, and the light it gives out is so dull, you might as well do it in the dark.
Okay, yeah, it's not worth it. You might as well just to do everything in the dark. But it doesn't take that long. So you just get you line everything up, fill it up with the chemicals, and then a minute later you're done with the.
Tim had a go, and he printed himself a color picture, and stuck it straight in the Blix spot in the slot instead of the developer, because you have to feel what you're doing.
Yeah. So you did Blix and develop first, and then developer.
First. Yeah, he just done Blix and come out with a nice clean piece of paper. Yeah.
Yeah, a very clean piece of paper.
Yeah, but it's just a matter of trial and error. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you just got to get a feel for what you line things up and do everything the same way. So you just muscle memory pretty much in the dark.
I was using a Nova developing tank, which is a thermostatically controlled. It's got 3 slots in the top. And so you obviously do your developer, your stop bath, and your fixer. So it's got clips on the paper. You drop it into the slot, and the only way you can feel it is put your fingers on top of the tank and find the first slot.
Okay.
Then you pull it out, put it in the second slot, and then the third.
Yeah. Yeah, that will take some time. Well, yeah, you just need to practice in the light with just a sheet. Just practice.
Yeah, and also you'd have your timer on the side, so you push the button. So as soon as it leaps, you take it out and put it straight in the acid. Stop it.
Yeah. You have a little bit of slop in there, but yeah, you don't want to be like take it out, wait a minute, then put it in the stop.
Yeah, a certain level of skills needed.
Yeah. And being able
to digital.
Yeah, and being able to do it under a little bit of pressure, because you have a limited amount of time to move it.
That's right. Yeah, if you take it out of the tank, if you take it out of the color developer, you must stick it straight in the acid stop bath. If you hesitate, you'll have streaks on your color picture, because obviously you've pulled it out and it runs down the so there's still got developer in those streaks, so it will carry on developing unless you stop it.
Yeah. All the pressure, can't handle the pressure.
That's it. Yeah, but it's great when you put the light on, Mark. You see the picture of it. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Vibrant colors,
Yeah. No, I've just been with traveling earlier in April and in the business and everything. It's just been tough. But I've been in communication with the guy, and I'm like, hey, I know I haven't been there in 3 months. I really should show up and do that. And he says, just let me know. He says, I can set aside some time and I'll just walk you through it whenever it works for you. So
what you need to do, Mark, is send your camera to Simi and to do some of those fantastic areas that he does.
Yeah. I would so much enjoy going up there and just tagging along with him, for a morning. He would do 500 images, with his digital, and I could get maybe 1 or 2, but that would be enough.
That's it, because he's got such good scenery up there. It's brilliant. Yeah.
He does. He really does have some beautiful scenery. And I'm hoping, well, it's not going to be the same, but we're going to be along one of the Great Lakes. We'll be along Lake Michigan when we're up there. And from what I can see, that looks like the shoreline is interesting. There's rocks and that type of stuff. So it might be It won't be. I won't be able to duplicate semi shots, I'm sure, but I'll be able to get some water imagery.
You'll have to tilt and shift on your camera.
That's true. That's true.
So there's no excuse for nothing to be not in focus.
Oh no, there's plenty of excuse. You're looking at them right here. Yeah. There's the way it should be done, and there's the way I end up doing it eventually. Yeah.
Yeah. When I was with Tim on Tuesday, I put a 4x5 holder in the back of the camera. I pulled the slide out to take a picture, turned it over, and put it back in. When I took the holder out the camera, the negative was on the outside of the holder.
Oh.
So I
said the dark slide in between, behind the negative instead of in front.
Yeah, he come over with the negative in his hand. He goes, "I think this one's at it."
Yeah, this has definitely got a light leak. Yeah. The only thing I can think of, Mark, is when I put the slide back in, the negative couldn't have been laying flat against the back of the holder, and I've probably forced it out with the slide.
Oh, okay.
It's forced it out of the holder. So I took it out of the camera, and it's actually sticking out the front. The slide's completely closed.
Yeah.
But the negative is in front of it.
Oh, wow. Yeah. I guess you didn't get an image on that one.
There might be one there, but
yeah,
it's like NASA to find it.
yeah, that would be a little bit of a challenge. Let's go into the images here and see, because I'm interested in.
I found I'm going to have to go because my dinner beeped quite some time ago. I'm going to have to read.
Yeah, Tim, if you come down on Tuesday, are we going to go to London?
It's supposed to be hot. It's just remember it's half term, so we might be fighting with the kids.
Yeah, well, I can't see too many of the kids if we go to Kew.
Yeah, so I was thinking Kew might be the better one. It's Hampton Court.
Get down early.
Early?
Early.
They've got something called the morning in this part of the country.
So you're getting warm. So what is warm? 80 degrees?
Oh, it's supposed to be, what's this, 24, is it? Let me just have a look. It's supposed to be really warm. Let's have a look.
Wow, 24.
London.
Okay.
24 is a nudging 80, yeah?
Yeah.
That's what it is, yeah. Is that 80s?
Yeah.
It's warm today, warm tonight. Yeah.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Lots of thunder last night. Lightning.
Oh, okay. Did you get some storms? Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't actually get the rain, but we had plenty of noise and continuous flashing.
Wow.
But the local airport was knocked out. You know, the Stansted Airport was lightning struck the fuel farm, and they couldn't fuel any planes.
Okay.
So people were sitting in planes for hours, couldn't get any fuel. Other planes were diverted. You know, chaos.
Yeah, yeah. Well, now, did you get up on the roof with your camera and try to capture some lightning?
No, because it woke me up about 3 o'clock in the morning. So I just rolled over and went back to sleep.
Yeah. If you were a real photographer, you would have sat right up out of bed and like, gotta get my camera.
Yeah, I would have done a simi, like, you know, go out at 4 o'clock in the morning, ready for the sun.
Just toss your camera up in the air and you'll catch something.
That's it.
All right, let's take a look at these.
Could be 82 degrees Fahrenheit according to the app.
Wow, that's warm for you. Yeah.
Greenhouse.
Yeah, that's nice. That's warm summer weather for you.
Right, I'm going to go and have something to eat. I'll catch up with you soon.
Okay, see you, Tim.
All right, take care, Tim. Good seeing you. All right. Oh, okay. So here we go. This was the last one from last week. The 4x5 of Tim. And here we go. The bubble top.
Yeah, it looks like the Batmobile.
Yeah. This is a custom 1966. He said. Yeah, I guess it's a full glass top, like a bubble top. That's interesting.
Yeah, I wonder if he's got windshield insurance.
I don't know. That's a neat image. It is the 1955 Ford Beatnik Bubble Top Custom. Yeah, the color on that is great.
Oh yeah, Mark. You know, last week you was talking about the Prince Harry and Meghan getting in that Jag.
Uh-huh.
The E-type Jag.
Yes.
Well, they were discussing it on the radio the next morning, and you know, it's electric.
Oh, did they take out the engine and put in batteries?
Yeah, I don't know what's in it, but that was a full electric car. Yeah.
Wow. Huh. That's interesting and sad at the same time, because they would take the
Yeah, but I don't know if it's a complete replica or whether it's an original being converted.
Okay, yeah. I would hope it was a replica, because if they took the original like that and converted, then that's
terrible
against God and man there. Yeah. I would hope it would be a replica. It was a nice looking car.
Oh yeah, yeah. There's always a problem when you pull out of a side turning with the bonnet that long.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. You can't see. It takes you 5 seconds to see where your front end was before. Yeah.
Yeah, if you pull out enough to see what's coming, and the truck takes the front of your car off.
Yeah. So here we go. This is sunset taken on May 20th. Okay, so yeah, just last week. Madison Beach sunset, warm skies. The only thing missing was a nice cocktail. There we go. Very nice. And let's see, 239 seconds.
Yeah, you get some calm. You get some nice calm.
Oh, yeah. I get at that long of an exposure. Yeah, I mean, all this out here, the water that's moving around in the bay out here just turns into just a ball of cotton pretty much.
Yeah, this you can still see the bottom.
Yeah, so this water must have been really, really calm to still be able to see the bottom after 4 minutes, basically. Yeah.
Not a ripple.
No, that's amazing. And the rock, yeah, it's good one, Simi. That is jealous.
Yeah, good standard he does.
Yes, he does really good. Okay, so this is yeah, Jose did this on the field shot of a dandelion with his macro. Yeah. This is interesting. I like that.
He's playing with his macro lens.
Yep. That's interesting. Look at that. This little section here is in focus. Everything else is blurry. And then this one and this one. Everything else is blurry. Yeah. So those all must be on the same plane, I guess. Yeah.
Not much depth of field when you're down there.
No.
Macro.
Yeah. Well, that's why they do macro. That a lot will do focus stacking, right? They'll take images and just alter the focus and then stack them together. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a style of photography that takes a lot of patience. There we go. Highland Games in Costa Mesa, California.
Yeah, you don't want to be on the receiving end of that.
No, that's like a 16-pound hammer, I guess. Yeah. It's yeah. Very cool. There he is. A big gentleman.
Yeah.
It's gotta hurt though. Man, that's just gotta be a lot of strain on your arm throwing that thing.
Yeah, there's one thing you must do is let go.
Yeah. Find yourself in a bit of trouble if you don't. A lot of momentum carrying through there. What's this guy doing? Oh, this must be what do they do? Toss a log? Is it like a big log that they toss? That looks like maybe that.
Unless, of course, he's the guy who catches it, the other end.
Yeah. all the rookies have to catch, and whoever survives.
They're all the newcomers, yeah.
Yeah. Whoever survives the catch can come back and throw it next time. There you go. What's that? Whiskey Whenever. Okay. You don't want to meet her in a back alley. Should take you down.
Yeah. Yeah. She reminds me of those Russian shot putters, you know.
Yep. That's a big lady there. But I think that the glasses are neat. The sunglasses with the purple lens. That's interesting. That's a neat. And you shot this with the 70 to 300 at 300 millimeters. Yeah, f5.6. So it was a bright day. It was very nice. Okay, so here we are. So this is the new construction that we've seen a few times.
It's literally a mile from here.
Okay.
And we just went out to purposely do some test shots. And, yeah, it looks like there's been a bit of work done on the roof. It looks like up near the chimney has been thatched by the look of it. Yeah.
That's interesting. Yeah, you got this little. Was this extra layer there? I don't think so. Was it?
Yeah, it was. It was there, but obviously doing a bit of maintenance on it.
Yeah, it looks very clean.
This time, the colors. There's that pinky tint to the walls. It's unfortunate that building behind. If I could have taken the picture the other side, I would have, but there was a tree hanging right down in the picture.
Oh.
So I had no choice.
This branch here was probably right down. Yeah.
The tree on the left-hand side. As soon as I went past the front door in the opposite direction, and it was quite a windy day as well, so it would have just blurred everything out.
Yeah. Okay. So this was.
This is ProViewer 100F again, but on 120 roll.
Okay. And what was the exposure on it? You remember?
This I couldn't. I think the lens I had on this was the 80 mil, 2.8, the Sensonon, yeah, which is quite a sharp lens. It's quite a bit of detail in that, really.
Yeah, I mean, I was looking at, the
wire mesh on the thatch is.
Yeah, I mean, you can see all the individual things there. You can, the little inside the window, and then the stuff on the door, and then the fence. Yeah. So the color, is this really the color, or what?
Yeah. No, this is the color of the house. Yeah.
Okay.
It's like a pinky tint.
Okay, so the color of the house is actually this one. Okay,
that's why I thought maybe this one got 1.5 minutes more than what it says in the paperwork.
Wow. And so the colors came out pretty true then.
Yeah. So this is the first one really, which when I developed this roll, I gave it an extra bit of time to see if we could get the colors correct. It's just a matter of trial and error. But I don't know if I'd bother with that Bellini 6-bath again. I might just stick with the Technol, because when I've done Technol, the colors come out a little bit more vibrant than this.
Okay, all right.
Yeah. I mean, this has probably got more archival. The colors are going to be okay in 50 years' time, but I'm not going to be around to see them. So what's the point?
Yeah. Okay. No. Okay. So that's interesting. The colors. Okay. So here we got.
Right. This is like a test shot we done on the bike. And this is medium format.
Okay. All right. So the color of the door, is that what the real color is? Is it more of a white?
That's it. Slightly off-white, dirty white. This is just leaning against my garage. The color of the bike is probably about right.
Okay. So this was just what, the extra minute?
Yeah. Well, this is the extra 1.5 minutes I've done.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right.
So it was the same setup again, the 80 mil Sentinel 80, which is a 50 equivalent in 35mm.
Yep.
Yeah, and of course it's 2.8, but I'm not sure if this was around about 5.6, I think.
Okay. All right. All right. Yeah. No, that's good. And then this one is a 4x5.
4x5, yeah.
And the door now takes on that same color as that house. It's got that pinkish, kind of like mauve, pinkish color. Yeah.
Yeah. The I don't know. It was all in the shadows. This. It was a really bright, sunny day, but the clouds kept coming and going.
Okay.
But for detail-wise, if you zoom in on that, you can read everything on the gears, and the medium format. It's not even that good.
Yeah. Yeah. You can. All that is clear. You can see the. I can't read it, but you can see the individual lettering back here on the.
Yeah, I expanded it up in preview, and I could zoom right in and read what's on the back wheels, and yeah, and it's a lot sharper than the medium format.
Yeah, this text here and this little warning sticker, I can't read it, but it's clear.
Yeah, you can read it if you can zoom in enough. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, okay. But the only thing is that you get this color cast, and you think that's maybe a case from the. Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, I don't know. It's probably if I put it into, I scanned it on the Epson.
Okay.
And I put it into Apple Photos and that to play with.
Okay.
So maybe I could have altered the background. It's probably just the what I chose, as
oh, okay.
The white balance,
Yeah. Okay.
I might have stuck the other one on auto, or put this one on auto, and add the other on normal or natural.
Yep.
The white balances might not have been the same.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that would account for it. Yeah, because this is the fork here is white. I mean, that's more white than this. Although the top of but the inside fold of the door, this.
I think that's like U-shaped. That's a roller. That's a roller door.
Okay. Yeah.
So they're like U-shaped recesses, which are usually full of dirt. But I must have just jet washed that down.
Clean it up before you photograph it.
Yeah. It was just basically playing, just practice shots.
Yeah. A lot of detail there in the seat. Yeah. It is definitely, the detail is there on the 4x5. That is for sure. Let me go and get that. There we go. We're back. Cool. Okay. Well, good. That's interesting. I might try to, maybe not this week, but I think maybe this week. No, probably next week. I'll probably have to wait till next week. Maybe Sunday, a week from today, I might be able to get out with the camera. I still have yet to use the wide angle lens I got. So.
Yeah, I've got 4 4x5s in C41 to develop.
Okay.
Well, actually, there's only 3 because one's already come out.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I'll probably make up the C41 chemicals because they're the Bellini chemicals again, and they've got separate fix and bleach.
Okay. Yeah. It should last a little longer.
Yeah. So we'll see how they go when we practice. Because I've got 70 sheets of Ektar 4x5 to play with.
Ooh, wow. Yeah.
So it is a lot. I don't know. It's going to I'll be buying loads of different types of E6 chemicals to play with.
Yeah. Well, that's what you said. That what is it, about 10 years out of date?
The film was 15 years out on the ProView we've just been looking at.
Okay.
15 years out of date. But the medium format isn't.
Oh, okay.
Medium format is only about a year out of date.
Okay. All right. Huh. Yeah. Obviously, if it's even though it's out of date, if it's kept in reasonable conditions, it's still going to perform pretty good. Yeah.
Also got unopened boxes of Ektar. The 50 box has not even been opened.
Wow.
So I think that's 2004.
Okay.
On that. So
yeah, so it's 14 years out. Yeah.
So we'll have a play and see. So far, the out-of-date stuff's not been too bad. I know the speed changes over time, but
does it tend to get what, slower or faster?
I think it gets slower.
Slower. Okay.
But I've not made any allowance. I'm just doing it for.
Okay. Yeah. My next question was, I wonder if there's any way to to predict, if it's so much out, is there what factor do you adjust by if you?
Yeah, because I think some of the guys who've done it, they're saying like it's really slow. You need to give it another half a stop or more time.
Yeah.
But nothing's as slow as using that Harman positive.
Yeah, that's true.
Only had ISO 4, ISO 6.
Yeah, it takes a while. Yeah, that's interesting. I'm sure there's probably some rule of thumb or something that they do with, if you want to adjust, every 5 years out of date, it's a third of a stop or half a stop or something.
What I'll probably do, Mark, is that do a few of the Ektars, develop them up, and if they're okay, I'll stick with it. But if they're not okay, then we can play. We can give it more time.
Yeah. Well, what you could do is you could try like a couple of 3 sheets of the same subject and do one at
under
one at one's half a stop and one at a stop or something, and just see
have a play, because you see that's why it's good picking up out-of-date stuff off of eBay to practice with, so
you don't spend near as much money, and
£5 sheets at a time.
It's worthwhile. You take a little bit of a risk that it won't come out, but it seems like generally you're going to be very happy with the result. Might be a little bit of difference, but not a big one.
Yeah, and of course because they're positives, there's no grain.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the only benefit of using positive film.
Yeah, as far as detail, if you get it right, if you get the exposure right and you develop it right, there is no grain. So I guess that would be preferred if you wanted super detail, even more detail than you get with a film with grain.
I can see why they use them for like really nice portraits.
I
mean, just at 4x5, it's 10 times blowing up a 35mm neg just to get to the size of that negative.
Yeah.
You're well in front, when you're printing off of or 4x5 negative itself.
And then a 8x10 is 4 times bigger in terms of square inches than the 4x5.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. Yeah, 4x5 is 20 square inches. The 8x10 is 80. Yeah, so that's 4 times bigger there.
So how does that compare with a 35mm negative?
Oh, is that going to be what, 40? And then it's basically, that's 40 times. Yeah.
So you've blown up your 35mm 40 times just to get to the size of the negative you're starting with. Yeah.
Yeah. And then if you blow up the 8x10 40 times,
So the digital cameras have come a long way, but they're never going to.
They're still not going to match that.
The depth of field you can play with on a 4x5 or even a medium format is. You can't get around the science.
Yeah. I mean, sooner or later, physics comes into play, and.
I mean, these guys who do the stacking is the only way they can come anywhere near a 4x5 landscape by taking dozen pictures of different depths of field and stitching them all together.
Yeah. And that's what they do a lot of times. They'll do five images and stack them together.
Yeah, Patrick's doing it with his cars. I mean, it does build a nice image.
Yeah, it definitely does. And it builds a big file, which is not quite as big as what it would be if you just did it on film.
Yeah.
Just did one shot on film. You know, no stacking needed. Just take one shot. It's a gigabyte right there. Yeah.
Yeah. You know, I think there's been so much digital for so long now that people who venture into using medium format film or large format film, they're seeing what there is beyond digital still.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, there's a pretty significant difference. It's if you do it right on the film side, yeah, it can compare. The digital can compare to it.
Yeah, but there's so many things that can go wrong, Mark. Yeah. At every stage. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, with the digital, you're going to get a nice image, and you're going to be the odds of getting a decent image are a lot higher than with the film. But yeah, but that takes away some of the fun.
Yeah. Well, I said to Tim when I was taking the medium format with the Bronica, I said, well, I never looked at the back of the camera once.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, there's no chimping with film.
Yeah, you just got to wait until it's developed and see what you get.
Yeah.
You know, and then unless you develop instantly, then you've got to go back to that scene and hope that things are similar to get any kind of shot at getting the same kind of image that you messed up the first time. And then you have to hope that what you fix supposedly is still good, still works. Yeah.
The annoying thing with using my digital camera is that all the time the white balance is I've just got to tone everything down. If you want any sky, you've got to drop the white balance. You know, it's just, I mean, even it was Joe, I think, said like it's the first thing they do. Just drop the white.
Drop it all the way down. Yeah, drop it all the way down. Yeah. It's it's great images with digital, but yeah, for everybody just thinks that that's just because it's digital that it's better, and the reality is no, film is still.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with digital. I mean, but you can tell a digital picture, can't you? I mean, they're just so crisp and clear, and
yeah. But yeah, I mean, but if you take the time and do it right, film can give just absolutely fantastic results. The risk of failure is much higher too, but the satisfaction of actually getting a good image is much higher with film.
What amuses me, Mark, is on the camera you can add film grain to your digital picture. You know, it's a lot easier to use a film.
Yeah, their art filter adds a grain, and you can pick different films too.
Yes, that's right. Yeah, you can use Ektar or Provia or yeah. HC, HC, not HC110, but like Ektachrome and Kodachrome and. Yeah, you spend all that money on a digital camera, which is basically a mobile computer, and the first thing you do is try to emulate film.
Yeah. That should tell you something, huh?
Yeah. What are they saying about film?
Exactly. All right, Dennis. Hey, appreciate you popping in now that it's. Oh, if you're going to get up and do some photography, you better get to bed.
I mean, no problem. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a public holiday here tomorrow, anyway.
Oh, okay. It is for you too. Yeah, we've got our Memorial Day here. What's the holiday there? What do they call it?
It's just another bank holiday.
Another bank holiday. Okay. All right. Yeah, we've got the
schools are off as well for a week, so all the kids will probably be around.
Do they go back to school in the summer? Generally?
No, the summer break is normally from 3 weeks into July. Maybe you'll go from July and they go back in September.
Okay, so they get about a 6 week.
7 weeks. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, most of the schools are out now, and they'll go back first part of August, like mid-August maybe. So they'll get 8 weeks basically, I guess. Yeah, 8 or 10 weeks.
Do they get times off? Easter and.
Yeah, they get. Typically, they'll take a break around Easter, and then a lot of schools down here in the South do a fall break too. Around mid October, they'll take a week there. They'll take a week in spring. Yeah, so April, end of March, first part of April, and then they get out mid-May here up north, like in the Midwest and northern part. A lot of them don't get out until next week. They don't get out until after Memorial Day weekend. But down here, most of the schools are out last week or the week before. So
yeah, our schools, I think the terms are about 6 weeks. You know, they have a half term. They have a week off halfway through.
Oh, okay.
One of the sections.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe 2 weeks for Easter.
Okay.
Yeah. And then when they go back in September, like 6 weeks later, they'll have a half term.
Mm-hmm.
So they get a week off, and then you'll get the Christmas holidays. You know,
yeah, which is another 2 weeks probably, almost between Christmas and New Year's. Yeah. The only thing we don't have any kids, so we're not really in sync with. All I know is that when the kids are out of school, the traffic is much better because there's not all the school buses running up and down.
Yeah, it's the same here. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It takes forever to get anywhere with a car, but when the schools are off, you just drive straight there.
Yeah, it's a lot easier. Yeah. So, all right, Dennis. Hey, have a great night. Appreciate it. We'll see you next week, I guess.
Next week. Yeah.
All right. Take care.
All down. Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, bye.
Bye.